What did Emmeline's father say when he went in her room, and how old was she? Emmeline was a child when her father went in her room and said, "What a pity she isn't a boy." What did she understand from these words? By this sentence she understood that boys are more important than women. Did women have the right to vote at that time? At the time that Emmeline was alive, women didn't have the right to vote. And what did Emmeline found in 1903? In 1903, Emmeline founded the Women's Social and Political Union. And what was Women's Social and Political Union? Women's Social and Political Union was a group of people, men and women, who organized meetings and made speeches, wrote articles and letters and sent them to newspapers and political leaders to ask the same rights that men had, for example, the right to vote. How were these women called? These women were called suffragettes. And what happened in 1905? In 1905 they became more active. They chained themselves to railings, also at Buckingham Palace railings. They organized a demonstration and interrupted political meetings, so they became famous. What happened in 1913? In 1913, a suffragette ran in front of a horse during a horse riding and died. And what happened in 1912? In 1912, she was arrested 12 times. What did women do in prison as a protest? In prison, women usually went on hunger strike, but they were forced to eat. What happened during the First World War? During the First World War, Britain needed workers, and women were asked to replace men in factories and other places. What happened in 1918? In 1918, after the war, the government changed the voting law and some women over 30 could vote. What happened in 1928? In 1928, also women over the age of 21 could vote. Did Emmeline vote in her life? Emmeline Punkhurst died in 1928. She never voted, but she died knowing that women had the same rights as men.